Avatar video games suck, and for the life of me, I can't understand why. Like, look at this. This is Avatar: The Quest for Balance, which released in 2023, but if you confused it for a PS2 game, I wouldn't blame you. And all I have to ask is, why? Avatar is Nickelodeon's best show ever, so why can't it get the respect in gaming it deserves? Well, while I can't answer that question, I can answer what kind of game Avatar should be getting. Specifically, it relates to a brand new game also by Nickelodeon, All-Star Brawl 2, which if you've seen footage of Smash Bros. Or Multiverses, it's just that, but worse. However, it did end up giving me a golden idea. Avatar deserves a fighting game. It is literally the perfect series to get one, what with all the different techniques and styles, and so I got to work designing just what exactly an Avatar fighting game would look like. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, starting with the base roster, my goal for it was to make it big enough for a wide range of characters, while also not being so big that it's like downright ridiculous. So apologies to anyone who thought this was going to just be Avatar fighters with 43 different characters. So that leaves the question, how many characters should there be in the base roster? Well, going back to All-Star Brawl 2, that game has 25 base characters, and since I don't see a reason as to why the same couldn't happen for an Avatar game, that's the number I went with. And starting off with the Avatar characters, let's get the obvious ones out of the way first. The entire gang is here. Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Zuko, and Suki. Because yes, she is part of the gang despite Nickelodeon constantly forgetting about her. And because I really hate sleep apparently, I decided it would also be a good idea to give everyone a pair of alternate costumes that you'll see on the left and right of each character. Next up are the commonly dubbed Ozai's Angels, Azula, Mei, and Ty Lee. After that, we finish up the Fire Nation characters with Ozai and Iroh, the main villain and the closest thing a lot of kids had to a therapist. And finishing up the last two picks on the Avatar side, I tried to go with some fan favorite side characters, Bumi and Hama. Complete opposites as both characters and fighters, but both beloved nonetheless. That gives us 13 Avatar characters, and because I do like Legend of Korra, let's fill out the rest of the slots with Legend of Korra characters. And just like with the original series, it's pretty easy to know where to start with this show, the new Team Avatar, that including Korra, Mako, Bolin, and Asami. After that, we have their more grown-up allies, Tenzin, Lin, and Varric, whose super should absolutely start with him saying, Julie, do the thing. And of course, we can't forget the show's awesome villains, Amon, Zahir, and Kuvira. Yep, that's it for the villains. Totally not like I'm missing anyone important to the story. Ugh, fine, Unalaq's here too, I guess. And the last pick is arguably the most important person in all of Avatar's history, Avatar 1. And with 1 being the 25th character, that completes our base roster. However, that still leaves the DLC characters. And because the original All-Star Brawl ended up with getting 5 DLC characters, that's the number I went with. And to who my picks actually are, my final choices are Avatar Kyoshi, Avatar Roku, Jet, Combustion Man, and from Legend of Korra, Jinora. Yeah, that rhymed. And personally, I think this is the best roster I could make with all the rules applied, especially because I wanted to keep at least some kind of balance between all 4 bending types, while also throwing in some avatars and non-benders as well. I guess you could say this is the real quest for balance. And as a special little bonus, I haven't slept in 48 hours, I also decided to add some stages to this game. Specifically 26 stages because, say it with me now, All-Star Brawl 2 has 26 stages. I tried to pick the best list I could, but if I'm missing something, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, here we go. We have Ba Sing Se, the Spirit World, Wulong Forest, Omashu, the Pro Bending Arena, Serpent's Pass, Ember Island, Zaofu, the Western Air Temple, the Boiling Rock, Northern Water Tribe, the Kyoshi Island, Republic City, Lake Cloud Guy, the Spirit Oasis, Harmonic Convergence, Caldera, the Sun Warrior City, the Swamp, the Great Divide, the Cave of Two Lovers, the Fire Nation Capital, Air Temple Island, Siwong Desert, Planetary Calendar, and Washi Tong's Library. And if you have any other suggestions or extra details for what you would do with an Avatar game, be sure to tell me in the comments below. But, guys, that's all from me today, so until next time, goodbye.